directly comparable.
Mm-hmm.
There, the 7-man ability is kind of an end game. I'm gonna kill 2 guys,
Yep.
while the 2-man ability is an early game. I'm gonna keep advantage on the board to make sure my creatures can keep attacking.
Mm-hmm. So mostly, how you want to use your deck as well. I mean, if you go for end game or if you go for middle game, depending on
Yeah,
how you play your deck, you might
right.
even have to change your deck completely if you go for level 5.
So I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so we talked about Kroy and we talked about Schmidt,
We didn't talk about
Thorsten von Bergman
yeah.
II.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so at level 1 he gains 1 HP.
Reduced mana cost for the second ability at level 2, which is activate all Aspire control creatures you
No,
control
it's
with
still
level 3
4.
loss.
It's still 4 mana. I'm looking at it.
Oh, it's actually at level 1 that it reduces the cost, not level 2, sorry. Compared to level 0.
Yeah, okay, so I'm not looking at. Okay, so but what does change at level 2? Okay, so
Oh,
at
it's the
level
HP.
he gains
That's
HP
kinda strange.
at level 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't like it. I mean, I don't care too much, but if you're gonna do a pattern, stick to it. Like, don't
Yeah.
throw curveballs at us.
Yeah, I know. I don't
Okay,
know.
then at level 3, he gains a weird skill.
Oh, it can be useful because shield charge with Aspire, but
Yeah, but the thing is, like, this is not just like a slight utility skill. This is a build the deck around me skill.
yeah.
And I don't like that being given to you only at level 3. So that means if this skill becomes good and there is a deck surrounding it, people won't be able to play that deck until they invest a lot of XP into this guy. I
Mhm.
don't know if that's ever gonna happen.
Yeah, it's a game-changing deck. I mean, hero.
Skill.
It's a deck-changing hero. Yeah.
And at level 4, he gains 1 HP. And at level 5... Okay, so again, his skill completely changes.
That's
Now,
kinda
rather
weird.
than turning them all to level... So now, the thing is, when you're gonna see this, you're gonna go, I wish I could get both of those skills in one game.
Mhm.
Which you can't, but...
It's a really different ability. It can be useful because there is some new rare for Aspire that can actually switch defense to offense. So maybe if you actually use the common that reduces the level 4 to level 2 creatures, and then you use this ability,
Yeah.
it could be useful. And then
Or you could play
yeah.
Hanged Man. And just play a Hanged Man and play an actual hero.
Mhm.
But yeah, but again, if this becomes useful, a lot of people won't be able to play that deck because they won't have a level 5 hero.
Yeah.
And like, people are not and I don't like that. Basically, if it locks people away from being able to play certain decks because they didn't grind like 100 the games
Yeah, agreed.
to level up a hero, however many it works out.
Mhm.
Okay, and I think we talked about everyone at this
Yeah,
point.
we did the Aspire. So let's go for Siren.
Okay. So I guess let's start in the beginning. Deria,
Sure.
I can't pronounce that. Perincini,
Mhm.
Penirsi. Okay, so she gains 1 HP at level 1.
Mhm. But this is mostly a control green hero.
Yeah.
As you can see, she has some move open it target creatures, and she kind of move the creatures around the board, battlefield.
Okay, so the second upgrade reduces the cost of the first skill by 1, which is reasonable.
Yep.
The third upgrade gives her an interesting third skill, basically lets you cycle 2 cards, discard 2 cards, draw 2 cards,
Hmm.
which again is reasonable. It's not something you would play this hero for, but
It can be useful
it
at some point. Yeah,
it
exactly.
can be useful at some point, but you'll never feel like you lost because someone played the skill.
Exactly. Yeah. Level 4, she gets more HP.
Yep, and at level 5.
She has this. Her first skill actually switch. It does change. Instead
Okay,
of
so now
adding only one creature level 6 or less to the opposite zone, it's
yeah,
actually now 2 creatures opponent control
Four.
with level 3 or less to the opposite zone. And it costs 4 instead of 2.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I do
Again,
prefer the.
I don't know which one is better, but they're
Aga
sufficiently different where it feels like they're just different heroes.
What we saw from the new actually episode 2-4, there's more rushing creatures with Siren. There's more. There's this Naga aid as well that actually gave
Yeah.
APA speeds. Maybe it can be useful in some kind of rushing deck.
Yeah, I'm
Who
not saying
knows?
this isn't a useful skill, but it's completely different from
Yeah, the
skill
first one.
that she had before. Like, because before it was just like, oh, play guys in defense zone, then move one of them into offense zone and kill them with.
Yeah.
Now this is more of like, an attack or combo deck.
Yeah. I think it's better.
It might be better, it might be worse, but again, it locks people out of deck options, which I don't like.
Hmm. Because getting those level 5 is really hard, of course.
Yep.
As we said before, it's 100,000. And you need all the other upgrades before that. Probably makes up to about 200.
Okay. So next one is Icon, and
Hmm.
he gains 1 HP, I believe. And then the next thing
His first, oh, I'm not so sure.
oh no, he gains 1 HP at level 2, so I'm guessing his level 0 form changes something. I think the cost of the first one.
It's the second one actually.
The second skill goes down
Yeah.
by 1 mana.
Exactly.
That actually makes it pretty strong, because now you're
Mhm.
spending 4 mana for 2 eagles.
Which is way
It's
better.
a big difference then.
As you guys know, the Eagles actually have mana echo. Gives you 1 mana the turn after it is destroyed into combat, so it can be useful at some point.
Yeah, and also they cost 2 mana by themselves.
Hmm. I really like the level 3 upgrade.
Okay, and the level 3.
You
And
get
what is...
you get a fog elemental into your defense zone, and you want the fog elemental to your defense zone to be able to have them as long as you can.
Oh,
To actually use the ability, which is 3 mana, and move a creature level 3 or less to the opposite zone. It's way better in my opinion, because
okay.
I do prefer the 1-2 compared to a 2-1, but it's different.
Yep. I mean, and I'm fine with this because it's not... Like, the skill does still do this the same thing it did before, it just does it better.
And
Which is fine.
it's not
It
way
doesn't
too
completely
strong.
change around. It doesn't put a 4-drop into your attack zone
Mhm,
instead of 2 creatures or something.
which is good. About the
Then
level
level
5.
4, it gains an HP, and at level 5,